I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to get your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important things are needed to be.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or seen. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
World, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to Deep Space Nine Wednesday for September 7th, 2022. Today we've reached Season 7, Episodes 24 and 25, the series finale, What You Leave Behind, Episodes 1 and 2. Or parts 1 and 2. Kapla, John DeMarco, welcome to the panel.
Thank you, Bird. Hello, everyone.
It has been 3 years and some weeks getting to this day. May 22nd, 2019 was our first DS9 Wednesday. And it's been a long road getting from there to here, but we did it. And technically next week will still be a DS9 Wednesday for the documentary film what we left behind, which takes a 20 plus year after the fact look at what Deep Space Nine was, what it could have been, and what it may yet be. Who knows? So I look forward to that next week. But today, the actual final series finale of Deep Space Nine. Richie Poole was first in the chat after myself and says, "Holy crap, today is the series finale of Deep Space Nine Wednesday with a bonus presentation next week, of course." Absolutely. And I put a link way back up there. I'll put it again. For anyone interested, there is the link to the first DS9 Wednesday for Emissary. I watched it, not all of it, but the first 20 minutes or so. A lot of names, unfortunately, that I remember that have since dropped off. I hope everybody is doing okay, but people change. Although Thomas Potts was one of the first names mentioned way back in that first episode, and I know Thomas is in the chat still. So Thomas, thank you so much for for sticking with the channel this whole time. Richie Fool puts in the Siso pray, Mamo pray, Nephew O pray, and sassy emojis. And Richie says, I can hardly wait for the premiere of Enterprise Wednesday with Berto Prey singing Faith of the Heart every week. Well, Richie, I don't think I'm going to sing Faith of the Heart, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Enterprise because in rewatching Emissary, I specifically say that when we finish Deep Space Nine, we're going to Enterprise. So I guess I already made up my mind. It took past Bird to remind me, present Bird, of a promise I'd already given everybody. So there it is. When we get back to Wednesdays, it will be Enterprise Wednesdays. And it will be a long road. Yes, Kronos. It will be a long road. Unfortunately, I can't read every single comment because there were a ton of comments today before we started. Thanks mostly to Kronos and Richie and John, and everybody was talking. Anyway, Richie Poole says if Berta Prey reads all this pre-chat, the episode won't start until 30 minutes into the live stream. Well, Richie, it might not start for 30 minutes, although I hope it does. But I'm not reading all the pre-chat. I'm skipping ahead a good ways. Only if it's at Berto Prey, of course. That is it. Mostly guaranteed gets read. Captain Fandom Nerd is in the chat. Apply Captain. I'm not going to sleep through the stream. I hope not anyway. Kronos says, oh, by the way, Stargate is back on Prime. I assume it means Amazon Prime. Awesome. Professor Brainy Spec is in the chat. Says greetings to everyone. I see our favorite lowercase g God Emperor is late again. I wasn't late yet at that point, Professor. LDG says, hey guys, did you hear from Bird? Are we still go for today? Yes, we are go. We are go. Siso Prey will be getting back from work at some point in the next half hour or so, probably, but hopefully I can still stream, even if there's might be some background noise. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Kapla, Yvette. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Birdo 45 and chat, greetings, Mike Richards. John DeMarco says, wake up, Bird. Thank you, John. And welcome, Professor Brainy Specs, to the panel.
Kapla, Bird.
Kapla.
Greetings, Professor.
Greetings, John.
John Aragi says, late. Captain Fandom Nerds says, hashtag Birdo Prey 5 is late. I was a minute late, maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes late. And Professor says, Bird's been late, a long time late. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. It's been a long road. Getting from there to here, it most certainly has. Thomas Potts says, will you be able to stay awake? I hope so, Thomas. I hope so. Rock Solid says, we want little green men. Well, you know what, Rock Solid? I don't judge. If you want little green men, you should be able to have little green men. That's between you and consenting little green men or women, whatever you fancy.
Wow.
Forza Jersey says Kapla Berto Frey. Kapla Forza. And no Voyager. Well, you know, after Enterprise, maybe. Who knows? Maybe after Twilight Zone. I don't know. But it will be Enterprise. Enterprise will be the next Star Trek on Wednesdays. CDJ says greetings and hope you're having a good day. Well, CD, we're having a day, that's for sure. We're having a day. How are you guys doing, John, Professor?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Glad to be here.
Glad you're here.
I'm doing pretty well myself. I've got most of this week on vacation, although I do go into work this evening. And about 2 hours I'll have to leave.
Gotcha. Well, then we should get started. Antidote of Jill says, I am missing the last episode due to real life responsibilities. Great work sharing DS9, Bird. Thank you. Thank you, Antidote of Jill. And guys, check out Antidote of Jill's channel. She's been doing reviews of Trek episodes, the animated series, I think. Some of the original series, I think. I was there for. It's good stuff. And next week will be of course, the documentary What We Left Behind. Okay, so for the final time for Deep Space Nine episodes, if you'd like to watch live with us, head to the Bird of Prey 5 screening room at birdofprey5.com/SR. And you can watch today's double episode, live as we watch it. If you can't go live, then watch on YouTube, and you'll get a screenshot every 10 seconds or so you have some idea what's going on. If you're watching this later, you can always use your own copy of Deep Space Nine that you might have on Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, on DVD, VHS perhaps even, or you can stream it from Paramount Plus or anywhere else you might be able to stream Deep Space Nine. Forzer says, I just realized Voyager aired on Wednesdays on UPN 9 back in the day, at least for those in the greater NYC metro. Now I know why you picked Wednesdays. It's subconscious. Actually, Forza, I recall in the New York City area, DS9 and Voyager airing at the exact same hour on the exact same day. Maybe it was Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure. So I know that when they were on, you had to pick one or the other. Luckily, they reran Voyager on Sundays. So I watched DS9 on its original day, and Voyager I'd watch on Sunday. Thomas says Jeff is a librarian, emphasis on lies. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what that actually means.
Of course you don't. Heaven's Gate donated $1.49 and says, hello, our new recruiter Matthew told us about you. We are looking forward to streams and videos. Hail Karoga.
You'll be here soon.
Thank you,
At a half hour.
Heaven's Gate,
And you'll have lunch.
I guess.
Whatever it be me.
Okay, so heading to the screening room. We're going to count this down. Oh, shit. I should have started the screening room on my computer.
That might help.
I was in a rush.
No, because you were late.
Yes, because I was late. Okay. There we go. I will be counting down, and then we'll be hitting play. 5. Oh, that's Nephew of Prey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do we have anything? Yes, there it goes. We have Bashir waking up 5:05. He wakes up early. Oh, there's hands. It's Ezri. Oh, Ezri tells them they have to get up. It's a big day, she says. Oh, it's a big night, says Bashir. And it's very weird. No, it answers a lot of questions. How far down the spots really go? You're a doctor. You should have known how far down the spots go. Ezra says, I suppose you're going to want to tell Miles, because you tell Miles everything. And Bashir says, in this case, he's going to make an exception.
You want to say hello?
Man, he looks so much older than her. You don't want the Defiant out here.
But strangely, the Dax symbiote is much older than he is.
Oh, 6,
True.
1, 2, 3. And then
If we're finally together, it would be a shame if something happened to one of us. They both come home alive.
2,
It's a pact, sealed with a kiss.
you know what flash first 3 are?
I thought I saw a nipple from Ezri, but it was probably Bashir's. Oh, Brian is at home, telling Keiko not to stay home, not to write a paper. Molly's looking at the Battle of the Alamo. This isn't a toy. It's a model. And Keiko says, oh, maybe it belongs in a museum. You could give it to Julian. Oh, he hasn't told Julian yet. Molly says she knows we're not going back to Earth. Says, of course he is. O'Brien's going to teach at the academy when the war is over.
Where am I going to
And why didn't you tell Julian? Because you needed to say it for exposition. O'Brien will tell him when he's ready to hear it. Now we got Sisko and
It's Dr. Finn.
Dr. Finn. I didn't want to call her Dr. Finn. Cisco and
Cassidy Yates.
Cassidy. Thank you.
Certainly.
Trying to get the remote control into.
She must have changed her name at some point after this episode.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
guess
sense,
once
John.
he abandoned her.
Everything was in a different language.
Uh-oh.
And I kept it and different languages were coming up.
That's Jake. When did Jake have to ring the bell to go into his father's house?
Do it.
Cassidy says reports of her death have been exaggerated, but not by much. She doesn't like taking meds. Of course she doesn't. Why would anyone want to take medication?
Yeah, I don't like taking meds.
And you got it right.
Yeah, but you don't have miracle medications from the future.
Well, this is true.
Thank you.
Worf and Odo.
Okay, come back here.
Odo will be
Well,
joining him on the mission. Hope when they reach Cardassia to find Kira alive and well, because of course if Bajoran, I'll just be all fine. And Sisko says, what did he say? We end the war. Nog is going to drive the ship. Oh, beautiful. A beautiful picture of a Star Trek fleet, birds of prey, the Defiant, a Galaxy class, all types of ships. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, no copy and paste here.
Like some
Dun, dun,
non-canon
dun,
Star Trek
dun,
series
dun.
recently did.
Dun, dun, dun,
Indeed.
dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, da, da, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, da, da, da.
Almost same
Dun, dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da, da.
I find it looks beautiful in this upscaled version, Bird.
Thank you. Yes. I mean, it's not my doing, of course, but I
Well,
agree completely. What you leave behind. How do they know it's an invasion fleet and not a welcoming fleet or a surrender fleet?
Lucky guess, I suppose. Plus, if you watch the guest star list, it's going to go on for quite a while. This episode had a huge number of guest characters.
As basically all the guest characters
Pretty much.
that are still alive.
What's this? Now you give me a high five.
Wow. Even let's say the Breen had one.
Well, no. Okay.
They got the Romulans, but in like 20 years, the star goes nova. And it really wasn't worth them dying for it. Uh-oh. Wayun 7 or 8 is a little upset.
Oh, you people go on at o'clock. It's the day he would be. Or you're the first, I think it was the first. That's first.
Isn't he still in earshot? Did he leave the room yet?
They heard that. Charlie Klein.
They're whispering.
I have to know. It's You take a cake.
Why would you tell her that? You're only going to make her angry. NB Geek, let's talk. Says Bird of Prey, someone left a stale Coke backstage. I think it was the professor. Did you leave a stale Coke backstage?
Well, I've not drank a Coke in days, so I don't know.
It's not a denial.
Well, I usually clean up after myself, so I would say the likelihood is very low.
I forgot to order my fountain Coke today. Very annoying.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, very good.
Of course, the Jem'Hadar would stop, not shoot until they hear what the Breen have to say. Oh, NB Geek is backstage. You should have led with that, NB Geek. Hello, NB Geek.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Sorry about that. I'm watching the episode.
Oh no, I get it. No worries.
Greetings.
Welcome,
Good
Geek.
to see you, John. Good to see you, Professor Brainy Specs. Next time, don't leave your stale Coke behind.
I think that's mistaken identity. It wasn't me.
Oh, trust me, that's not the worst thing I've had to deal with. I actually had one time back in 2001. I grabbed
NB, I appreciate the story,
Oh,
but we're watching the episode.
Sorry. My bad.
No problem.
And Camille's car is in front of the house. Can you see that?
That is one beautiful fleet again. What's that, an Akira? We got the Romulan warbirds.
Yeah, this is where everything really starts to change.
Oh, that's right. This is the new Defiant.
Oh, books. Books.
One downside about Star Trek at times was they didn't really give certain development to certain cultures.
I mean, they can't all be Klingons and Vulcans and
Oh,
Romulans.
no. Absolutely not. But I would have loved to have seen more about the Gorn and
You can see more about the Gorn in Strange New Worlds, apparently.
Those aren't real Gorn.
No, I understand what you're saying, but
yeah, there were just a few races I would have loved to in TNG and TOS that we had to explore more of. That's all. And I mean in real Star Trek, not this new. Okay, Nog had the most character arc of any character that was basically at his level, whether he started out as tertiary and became secondary. He had the biggest story arc of all the additional characters.
yeah, it might be true. Not Professor, Pop Culture Curator Sisko. Bird of Prey, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Pop Culture Curator. I hope you are doing well. And definitely, Nog had quite the big.
Yeah, that was one thing about Deep Space Nine. They took tertiary and secondary characters and, managed to make us really care about them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, in the first episode of DS9, Nog was arrested for theft, and by the final episode, he outranks Harry Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, John, I'm sorry, but I'd never heard anybody say that, and that was just excellent.
Thank you.
You could just see the stress on his face. I mean, he really hasn't had much peace in quite some time. I mean, he is just battle weary.
That's astute. Look who's back.
Oh, no.
Her whole thing was about power. That's why the prophets rejected her, because she was never doing it for the people. She was really just doing it for her own gain. Still can't believe he was in Total Recall.
Yes, that is indeed Louise Fletcher.
Really?
Yeah.
So Dukat thinks he knows better than the Pah'Wraiths now?
He's arrogant enough.
Sorry, I was out of the room when I heard that, but Professor, there is that fine line between confidence and arrogance.
This is a great line. One of my favorites. I didn't realize the ornamentation outside the fight is.
I don't think I noticed that before either.
I
I
hadn't.
wonder if the HD upscale had something to do with it. Kapla Alexander. T-Berg says, what a proper episode name, What You Leave Behind. Yes, 3 years ago, T-Berg destroyed the bird tower in Space Engineers.
I think it's
T-Berg says, hail Karoga and all you amazing people. Thank you, T-Berg.
Greetings, T-Berg.
It was Jedi Bill who gifted you a membership, T-Berg.
That's what allies do.
No more amusement center.
Nobody should die on an empty stomach. Great advice. The not often seen split view screen.
The good old 2309.
The Deridex and Galaxy class, and just fighters, whatever the hell they're called, when they're not part of the Maquis. Miranda's. Damn it, Worf, a first-year cadet could lock a target. NB says, hey, Bird, do you want to be hungry and fighting or full and fighting? Trust me, I know my choice. I guess I'd want to be comfortable in fighting.
That was a good answer, Bird.
T-Berg says, with all new armor blocks, you should build a new bird tower. Yes, the Excelsior are still holding their own. Take care, Pop Culture. The Goon Squad. Has nobody learned to jump on a grenade? We got those birds of prey with a grace never before equaled.
It's a shame they had to use some stock footage, but it looks great when it's upscaled like this.
I agree. I don't know if I ever heard of a warp matrix flux capacitor.
They're probably helpful if you need to go warp 8.8.
Yeah. Like, how does she know who the hell Garak even is?
Well, you could say that in theory, since she linked with Odo, she knows everyone that he knows.
I guess, but the way he says it, like,
Oh, and as Roxald mentioned, she did actually meet Garak before when he went to ask her if there were any Cardassian survivors.
that's true.
Did it just glitch?
Not for me. I don't think so.
I didn't notice.
Always the politician. Rock solid. My mic's been muted. I honestly don't hear it, rock solid. I mean, I'm sure you might hear it. But I'm just using cheap headphones. The entire population. Everyone just check and make sure you're not, I don't know, smacking your lips. How many ships can they build if they're limited to one planet?
It's not as easy at times, but you know, when you got to go through it, you got to go through it.
Go through what?
Well, you don't get to pick your allies. You know, it's always easy when it's free and clear and everything's at peace. When war comes along, you have to pick your allies to help best benefit you. Doesn't make you friends. Definitely doesn't make you partners. Am I the only one lagging? I'm just curious.
They just opened up the fire caves. So they
Oh
just started
no,
burning. For Cardassia!
For Cardassia!
Revenge. A dish best served chilled. Please don't take off any more clothes. I never thought I'd say that to a woman. Look, those don't look like Romulans. T-Berg, those are damn lies.
Just a few ships.
I believe that's half the battle, right? Knowing?
Uh-oh, it's made out of neutronium. Too bad they don't have an anti-proton beam.
Rock solid says the other half is 25% red lasers, 25% blue lasers.
Hey, you know what? That is the kind of levity we would have in the military.
You're telling me there's no mind body machine that could switch bodies? You too. Yeah. D7, Mercatinga. What an a-hole. Well, if she died, wouldn't Odo be like the last founder? He could give an order.
Captain, I should be.
You do not know that, and at the end of the day, it's how far you're willing to go.
Well, they're only Cardassians. Who really cares?
Do you really want me to replace that word with something else?
It was rhetorical.
I would certainly hope so.
Oops, you should have made her drink it first.
Kapla, Jedi Bill. What about the Breen? Wow. So much for loving Kira.
But this is excellent payoff for the line that the female founder said a while back that bringing Odo home was more important than the entire Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah. That's 2309 you've got there.
There is no finer vintage.
Is it lost? I mean, wouldn't it be backed up digitally?
General spoke the
Left
following.
hand.
Douglas MacArthur from the end of World War II.
At least they weren't stupid enough to put handcuffs on her. Seems weird Starfleet Admiral would get a say in who's an ambassador. Is Targ hunting with Targs or hunting for Targs?
Possibly a little bit of both.
Very likely. Kronos is back.
A lot of the guests in the background of the party here are production staff or guest characters without their makeup.
But I heard about that. People worked on the show.
Right?
Kronos says this is the boring part. John Iraqi says he's never seen Bird without his makeup. Well said, Captain.
I appreciate that they took time for scenes like this in the finale instead of it just being all action.
I'm not going to sing it, Kronos. John Araki says if only they ended the show with the revelation that Nog never left the holodeck, and the true reveal was the Federation losing the war and all his friends dying. Oh my God.
Now that's dark.
And NB Geeks got to go. Thanks for having me. You all have a blessed one. You too, NB.
Yes. You just need 19
Berg says, Yippee Kai, Yo Kai, Yay, Mother, Pa, Kerr, tosses lighter.
Okay.
I feel a glow, just thinking of you. Oh, I said I wouldn't sing.
It's your show. If you want to sing, sing.
Nah. Oh, look at that view. Well, is that Steve Ivan Bear right there in that table?
Yeah, the one with the sunglasses.
Ira Stephen Bear. Yeah, with the beard.
That's him.
Samojan.
I feel you're slightly ahead of me.
Well, a lot of people feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
Oh, he became Cardassian again. Time to get rid of this stupid earring.
I sense a great disturbance in the Force.
That's not weird at all.
And you must become Dr. Claire Finn.
Wow, not just the galaxy. This is the scene, the final scene they filmed, where he actually punches him out. I guess in a little bit. Spontaneous fission combustion.
Spontaneous combustion.
Seberg says, I fell into a burning cave of fire. The prophets let me down, and duck burned brighter. And it burn, burn, burn. Pah'Wraiths desire, the cave of fire. Dukat burn higher. Bark IQ. Adami die slowly, says Kronos.
This isn't me.
They should be able to teach you and then release you at the same moment they took you, since it's not linear.
You can say that. It sounds like a sound. It's not a definite.
Didn't you hear? He said it could be yesterday.
3 and 7. Yes, so we had.
Jake's like, everybody gets a fucking orb experience, but me? God damn it.
I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be in this.
And Josh Tree says if they released him at the same time they took him, he would be falling. That is true.
Hey, Tokyo.
Hi. It's time for a little minstrel boy.
Julian does seriously age during this show.
Cheeky.
Kapla Tokyo Trekker. No, T-Berg, there'll be no tape of my orb experience. The only thing really missing in this scene was some Jadzia.
Yep. I was
Yeah, I
just
heard-
thinking that, Bird.
Yeah, I heard that they wanted to use Jadzia cliffs, but they couldn't get legal permission or something.
I think Kira's going to plant something in that bucket. Was Rom really not in this episode at all? Huh,
Nope, it wasn't in this one.
weird.
Oh, yeah.
Rono says cheers to the end of Bird of Prey 5 DS9. There's actually 10 minutes left. This episode feels like it should have ended 3 times. Enterprise will be next, Kronos. Tokyo Trekker says he's probably in the minority, but he hated that montage.
Well, it was missing Jadzia, but other than that, I thought it was a good collection of clips.
I got a little misty-eyed over it.
You think that planet stinks? I think it probably does. They probably reek. Kronos, next week will be the documentary What We Left Behind. So it's actually, I think, a little longer than 2 episodes back to back.
I love that documentary. It's very well done.
Wesley Crusher, Kaplan Wesley, says, greetings, fellow Kurogans. Can't stay. Going to work. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Wes. Time to share my experiences with you, to all the other changelings. They're all going to know what you look like naked.
I wonder how long she stayed.
That's a good question.
It finally gets her office back.
Wow, Morn, shut up and give somebody else a chance to talk.
Yeah, no kidding.
Chrono says, who mourns for Morn? In my head canon, Jake and Kira got together next. And there it goes into the distance. Deep Space Nine. Well,
It was a great run, Bird.
thank you. Obviously, I didn't create the show. The writers and actors and producers and all of them did. But I missed it. I will miss them again, like I missed them in 1999 when the show aired new for the final time. This episode originally aired May 31st, 1999. Pretty solid ending to a Trek series. I mean, at this point, TOS didn't have an actual series finale. It was just the last episode they made. TNG had all good things, and Endgame had probably yet to even be written, let alone air on Voyager. And of course, Enterprise's final episode just never existed. It's funny how
Well,
Enterprise series just ended without a final episode. And then there were no new Star Trek episode series after that. So I would say arguably DS9 has the best final episode, at worst the second to best, in my opinion. Final series finale.
Yeah, I think DS9 has the best finale.
I would agree with that completely.
Tokyo Tracker is saying that Terra Prime was the true finale of Enterprise. Fair enough.
Well, that's because it was the finale.
Josh reads says, now Bird of Prey, it's time to play every episode from start to end until next Wednesday. I think not. Chrono skip threshold. I don't want to look like Bird. And Chrono says Enterprise had the best finale. Roxas is the best Trek series to date. I agree. Also to marry. Bring home to your parents. I see what you mean. Never mind what I meant. Okay. Well, this is it, man. We made it. John, any last words on DS9? What you leave behind?
So I thought it was a great finale, and just thank you with all the rest of DS9 for sharing it with us, Bird.
You're welcome. Professor, any final
Appreciate
remarks?
you. Yeah,
Sorry.
appreciate you for no, it's okay. Airing all these episodes. It's just a great series. I will say about the finale, a lot of people don't like the scenes in the fire caves. I thought that was kind of vital to end the relationship between Dukat and Sisko, and to bring the Bajoran aspect of the religious part of it with the prophets and the Pah'Wraiths to an end.
I agree. I think it was needed for the whole emissary plot line to actually mean something and not just, feel wasted. Thomas Potts' Bird of Prey. I really wish they didn't reuse the battle scenes. Thomas, to be completely honest, to me, I didn't even notice they were reused, except for the fact people said it. What I saw looked perfectly fine to me.
I didn't notice it in past viewings until today, actually.
Yeah, so I mean, much more annoying to me was in Star Trek 6 and then Generations to reuse the Klingon Bird of Prey blowing up in Generations, which was the exact same shot in the very prior film. Like, everybody would have that in their memory. And then that scene for a movie nonetheless being reused was annoying, especially since it didn't even quite make sense at where the photon torpedoes were being shot from. Compared to this on a TV budget, I'm much more forgiving. And I think they edited it together just right. They didn't even really notice it. Tokyo Tracker says they literally ran out of money on the Enterprise D crash sequence. Well, whatever they had to do, they should have raised more money. So they had to reuse it. Well, they could have got more money somewhere. Chronos is with pebbles in their mouths, and they don't have hair. Will pebbles in their mouths and don't Chronos? I don't. Oh, Kling orcs. He's talking about Kling orcs. I get it. Okay, guys, thank you all for watching. Again, next week we'll be doing the documentaries. I hope to see you back. And then we will get to Enterprise Wednesdays, but I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure if it'll start the week after next or if it might be a week or two I'll take off. We'll see, but it is coming. Enterprise Wednesdays coming shortly. Thank you all for coming for this. I do have to get going. You guys have anything you want to promote before we go?
Oh, thank you, Bert. Just as usual, we're doing Jeopardy this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel, so we love you all to join us.
And we're going to have Final Jeopardy starting this Saturday.
Now, is there going to be a final Jeopardy after each after each round,
Yes.
or one?
Yes.
Okay. So it'll be one round and a final. Gotcha. I hope to be there. What did I saw something? No poker, says Kronos. Kronos, we played poker yesterday. I don't have any plans for poker today, but LDG might. You could check, ask him if he'll be playing. Resolute says that's better than Voyager, but not much. Kronos says he would rather have Voyager. Well, Voyager will probably come after Enterprise, so it'll happen. Just take a while. Kapla all Bird in panel out.